Hello there. In this video lecture, we are trying to see what are the various available energies for the production of the electricity or other kind of the energies, how they are going to be helpful for the production of this energy. In this green technology is the purpose is to identify the different source of the carbon emission and the greenhouse gases, and then how we can overcome for the reducing this carbon emission. So in this case, what will happen? So there we can see the various technologies available for energy productions. As we know that the various resources we are using for the conversion of the energy from one form to another form we are using here. So in this case, most of the time, so far we have adopted the coal and the oil is the mostly available energy resources in the market. So then the same thing we are using for the developing the electricity. Suppose thermal power stations are working on that part. Sometimes they work the steam engines also. Nowadays the diesel is using as the resource for the moving of the automobiles, and the locomotives sometimes they use the diesel engines they are using. Even suppose you can take the vehicles are moving, the aeroplanes also using the same kind of the fossil fuels only. At the same time, the ships also using the same kind of the resource for the generation of the energy. So here, in this case, what will happen when you are using the coal as well as the oil? As we know that some part the heat energy we are using for the moving of the vehicles, and that is converted into the mechanical energy, and then further we are using for the moving of the vehicles. But in this case, what will happen? Some of the residuals are going to be releasing into the atmosphere. That's maybe a solid particles or maybe a gaseous form. So the case is that some are polluting. Suppose the coal thermal power stations, what will happen? So they are going to be started to polluting. Some amount of the energy are used, the heat energy used for the conversion of the water into the steam, and the rest of the heat energy we are releasing into the atmosphere. That is the thermal pollutions are coming. At the same time, some of the flue gases are coming, and that is also started to polluting. So and some are available as a renewable energies, and some are free from the CO2 production, and some are producing the little amount of the greenhouse gases. So that means these all resources has its own characteristics, and they are responding according to that situation. So then what we can do? Energy source available at present. As we know that already we have discussed, at the present market we have adopted the depletion energy resources we are used. But now slowly we are going to be switching to the new methods. And then what is available, what we can do? In this case, fossil fuels like coal, oil and petroleum, these are very widely well developed research work is going on. And next one, hydropowers also we are using. Hydraulic turbines we are using to conversion of these the potential energy of the water into the kinetic energy. Similarly, renewable sources, wind, solar, hybrid, wave, geothermal energies are going to be available. These are the presently available in the market. And gases like coal gases, natural gases, LNG, CNG, liquid petroleum gas and shale gas. And agriculture biomass and community waste also we can use as the energy resources for producing the thermal energy. And the next one, the municipal and industrial solid waste also. And the next is the nuclear energy. So what are how they are going to be? The side effects of the fossil fuels, coal and oil. Already we do have a discussion about this one. What will happen? There are the greenhouse gases or emissions are there after the burning of the such a fuels. So in this one, the carbon dioxide and the other gases are going to be simultaneously produced during the combustion, are causing other problems such as the global warming and the climate change. So these are not the primary source, but these are the become a part of the global warming as well as the climate change. So the world therefore getting disenhanced these fossil fuels and slowly shifting over to the renewable sources which are free from such emissions. Already we identified these are the carbon dioxide is one of the source to become a climate change as well as the global warming. So then what will happen? Throughout the worldwide they started to shifting from this fossil fuel to the renewable source of energies. So these alternative source of energies are grouped according to their readiness for the application of India. In this case, the world, at the same time India, so they have segregated the different groups and what is available and what we can develop it, like that they have converted here. The alternative source ready for use of India. So in this case, the first one is the wind energy is available already. The population has started to cultivating this wind energy. They're converting into the electrical energy by using the wind turbines. The best example is the Suljan, and widely using in the Tamil Nadu as well as in the Gujarat also. They have started to cultivating this part. And next, solar is going to be thermal or photovoltaic in this case. So the second alternative is going to be solar. So they are using the photovoltaic cells to conversion of the sunlight, that heat energy, into the electrical energy. And next one is the thermal we are using for the heating of the water. The next one, hybrid. Wind and solar together, they are connecting to the grid and they are going to be finding. In this case, what will happen? The huge lands are going to be established by the wind turbines. At the bottom, at the ground level, they are using the solar cells. And next one, the biofuels from oil bearing plants. So in this case also, biofuels, they are going to be extracting for this one. The custard oil is going to be one of the best example. So alternative source in the developing stage, these are going to be available. They can use it at readily. Solar cells are available, wind turbines. But now what is we are going to be still in the developing. Next one is the shale gas. Generally this gas we are importing from the Qatar. And the wave energy also, still it is in the research and the development stage. And geothermal energy also, where we are getting the plenty of energy from the geothermal. So that we are going to be identifying the different sources where this energy is going to be available. The next, what is the outset? What is the main outcome from this one? Energy sources available at present, as we have discussed. And the side effects of the fossil fuels, coal and oil. And then what is need to change this fossil to the alternative resource for the energy generations. That means alternative sources ready for use of India, and what are the developing stage also we have discussed. Thank you. So for more updates, follow my channel.